see that the Bobcat is able to perform normal tasks at night. It is a little bit hard to back up, but this lamp cost me $17, I think. It's designed for tractors to just be bolted on anywhere, and all it needs is a switch and a fuse, and so they do offer LED options and so on, but you can pay a lot of money for LEDs, and they actually aren't that much to produce, so it's kind of a scam. But you know, some people like the bright color, the bright white color of the light on an LED, and I can appreciate that. One thing I do wish I had was I wish that the entire Bobcat was like a Christmas tree of lights. The side tracks, the back, the boom, the attachment. I want everything to be lit like a Christmas tree. But for purposes of accomplishing a simple task in the evenings, or loading and unloading the machine at night when it's dark and I can't see, it saves me having to carry a flashlight. And I've carried a flashlight a lot with this machine. So I would say the light is a phenomenal thing to do for this machine. The switch that already has a designated spot on the machine, which is great. They just spared the expense and made a machine without the lights, and then you could just put the lights that you want after the fact, and that's a great way to go about it. So that reduces overall expense for the machine and makes it more affordable. And you know, some people don't need lights, so that's a great thing that they did. But you know, I'm just out here having a great time, living the redneck dream. I guess you know, I don't like being out at night now that the business is more stable, but you know, yeah, it just had to get done. I started the fire earlier in the day, and when you're doing a fire like what I'm doing right now, I'm burning some of the big stuff that I had left over from last year, and it's been sitting over here in this area along the back fence line, and I can, if I do it right, I can dump a lot of wood along this back fence line. I would say there's probably a good 5-6 dumps worth of wood back there throughout the winter. And it was so bitterly cold, and it was wet, and then we were on vacation and came back from warmer climates and didn't feel like dealing with the you know, being out in the ice and the snow and the frigid cold when I have this massive pile of wood down there that's not selling at all. And I mean, I sold a moderate amount of wood. I'd say between burning it and selling it, I've used up about half the wood that I had split. And I paid workers good money to split that wood, and most people are very slow, and so it takes a long time to get wood split, and you're paying out quite a bit of money to get even just a moderate amount of wood split. And so I paid good money to get that wood split. Probably didn't make sense monetarily. It made more sense for me to have done it myself. But that's something you got to get up and make yourself do. I mean, what am I going to do it? I'm going to come home after a tree job. It's late. I want to be with my family, and I've made some money, and I don't want to really think about work anymore, so I can go inside, or I can be out here splitting wood, which yields basically a very small amount of profit or earnings, a very small benefit. I mean, there is always going to be enough wood out here to burn, I guarantee it, because even if I don't split it in the summer, I'll come out here and split it in the winter, and we'll burn it inside the house. But anyway, just wanted to show you guys some of this fun. Obviously, you know, it's a little bit more dangerous late at night trying to navigate through the bumps and jerks and jolts of the terrain back here. It's very muddy. I almost got my truck stuck just coming up the hill off my driveway. It turns into grass right there, but it's more of a muddy streak now. So, because I came in with my flatbed trailer and my other truck, and I had the Bobcat, I had to fuel up and stuff, so when I came back it was dark, and just trying to come up that, I figured if I accelerate, I'll probably make it in two-wheel drive, and I did not. I actually ended up having to back up down the hill, put it in four-wheel drive, and do a running start, and then I barely made it. But that truck has mud tires on, or kind of mud tires on it. The Dodge has basically road tires, and so that's kind of why I have the winch on there too, because if I ever do get stuck, I know I can just hook up to a nearby tree or something and pull my own self out. But yeah, it's just you know, it's how I spend my time in the evenings. Sometimes in the summer, it's nice to be able to get out and get more work done. We don't do as much work in the winter time, and right now is a time when everything has to get ready for jobs. And I kind of talked to my wife the other day, and I was praying for work, and I thought, well, I need to make some money, and if I'm going to have work, I'm going to have money coming in, I need all my dump areas to be clear. So, you know, assuming that I'm basically trusting that I'm going to have work. And so with that, it's a step of faith. I'm taking care of all this wood back here, and I'm getting it burned up. Somebody was supposed to come get some of it, but like many people do, he talked a lot of talk and didn't act. These huge rounds and stuff, these are all trees that I've taken down, and some of these are pretty good sized trees. They're hard to take down, and you know, the wood is sometimes rotten or dirt inside, or it's got nests in it, it's got metal in it. It's better sometimes to put it in a fire. Struggling through it with a chainsaw, you get these huge pieces, you don't know what's inside. You could dull your chain like 4 times just trying to cut a couple rounds over there. And then when you cut it into rounds, it's too big for a guy to lift, but it's hard to find workers to split the wood. People don't necessarily want to participate in a job that involves getting dirty and working when they're only making so much money. Like, oh, I could be making 15 bucks an hour standing behind the counter at McDonald's or Family Dollar. I don't know, probably not Family Dollar, but there's places where you can make $15 just to be a dead weight. And that's what a lot of jobs are now, is you're a dead weight. This isn't a dead weight type of job, and so it doesn't attract a lot of people. I would say right now in America, there's probably like a fair amount of dead weight jobs. I would say like people are seeking out a job where they don't have to do as much. I'm not sure why that is. It seems like that the sense of fulfillment and personal satisfaction in yourself and your life would sort of override that, but it's actually not true. People are very lazy. You know, they just love to relax. They love to do what's fun. Hey, look, I get it. I want to do what I want to do too, and that's why I have this business, because to me, you know, I have to be concentrating my productive energies on something, right? So even if I wasn't making money, this is probably how I would like to be spending my time. I'm out here doing a bonfire. This is the kind of stuff I dreamed about when I was a kid, you know, and I was just like cooped up in a kind of a city type household, suburban area and everything. I could go in the neighborhood and ride my bike, and as a child, basically, I dreamed of this type of a life. I wanted to have a chicken coop. I wanted to have a farm. I wanted to have multiple children. I wanted to have land that I could use for whatever I want. Animals, shooting. I'll probably get bows and arrows and stuff and shoot bows and arrows, you know. This is just like living, I guess they say living the dream, but instead of like just saying it as an expression, I guess I actually mean it. It's just great, you know, being out here with trucks and machinery and machines and everything. And obviously it's not fun when they break down, but geez, when they're working, great, man alive. You know, I put the light on this Bobcat. I'm having the time of my life out here. All the times I've run this Bobcat at night, been like, oh, I got to get a flashlight. I really have to do this. And then I would be running in the pitch black and scared I was going to run over something or break something. I drove over my phone one day. It's amazing. It's such a fulfilling and exciting thing to be a part of. You know what? It's just part of the game. I mean, if you can accept the fact that you're going to have to fix some stuff, self-employment is a great way to go. I tell everybody, your best life is self-employed, but I know a lot of people don't want to go through the trouble and the pain and suffering of it. But look, I've been relaxing for like 3-4 months. You know, I've worked on my trucks. I mean, I've always kept busy and stuff, but to be fair, I could go inside whenever I want, sit on the sofa, and I don't have to answer anybody's call. I mean, nobody's calling me anyways. It's a very relaxing time. It's a time of rest, and then when the busy season comes, I'm making money. It's very exciting, and this feeling of money coming in and paying the bills and getting new upgrades and fixing things and getting things, paying my workers is very nice. I love doing that, and so it builds on itself, and you just have to get through the stuff you don't like to get to the stuff that you do like. And I would encourage anybody, definitely at least get you a side hustle or something that you really enjoy, and see if it converts into a way to make money. For me, you know, it was always a way to make money, but it was a side hustle that made me money, firewood. And then firewood was a great thing, and lots of people wanted it, and so then I realized, hey, I cut trees for free, now I can cut trees for money. And that translated into actually making money and having work and everything like that. So it does take some time. It took me some years to get to where I felt confident that I could make enough money without a job. But I totally did it. So yeah, victory! All right, good luck out there, YouTube. Have a great day.